Another question I had too was relating to Danny Phantom. Was there ever the idea tossed around that we might be getting a live action?
That idea has been tossed around quite a bit. Yes.
Oh, it has.
So for today's interview, I actually have a very interesting video for you guys. It's not gaming / Resident Evil related at all, but I actually had the pleasure of speaking to Butch Hartman. Now, for those of you that don't know, Butch is actually the creator of a bunch of shows that made a lot of children happy growing up. That definitely was the case for me, especially for shows like Danny Phantom, Fairly Odd Parents, Tuff Puppy. So of course, when the opportunity came to interview him, I was like, I can't pass that up. I definitely have to do that, right? So honestly, it was such a pleasure to speak with Butch. I hope you guys enjoy the video.
So for starters, I heard we're getting a sequel to Fairly Odd Parents.
Well,
we're getting another season.
Well, we are. You're actually getting a reboot of Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, it's a reboot.
There's a brand new Fairly Odd Parents. We can talk about this now because it's been announced. It's called Fairly Odd Parents, A Brand New Wish. It's coming out in just a small amount of time. It'll be out very soon. And it's a brand new kind of a reboot of the series where Cosmo and Wanda get a brand new God Kid. It's a very fun take on the show.
I see. That was actually one of the questions I also had was, so we're not going to have Timmy this time around.
Timmy Turner's not in it as we know of yet. He might make an appearance. You never know.
That's awesome.
Right now, it's for a whole new generation of kids, a whole new kid. It's going to be a blast. It's going to look. The show looks amazing.
Yeah, that's so good to hear. Second question: what are some of the favorite characters that you've helped create? Like, what are some of the favorite characters that you?
It's like picking your children. You know, it's hard to pick my favorite one. I really love Danny Phantom. I think he's great. Danny Phantom. Danny Phantom. I love Timmy Turner.
Yeah.
I love Cosmo.
I love my favorites.
I love Mr. Crocker. You know, I love him. I love. You know, it's really hard to pick. I'm just glad people out there enjoy the characters.
Yeah.
You know? I'd like to ask the audience, who's your favorite character that I've created?
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to.
Speaking of Cosmo, was he ever inspired by somebody you knew?
Oh man!
And how much input did you have, or was it also the actor and talks with the actor of Cosmo?
Well, Cosmo kind of evolved because when I first started making Cosmo, the guy I hired to do the voice, Darren Norris, he and I both agreed he should kind of talk like Troy McClure from The Simpsons.
Yeah, in season 1 it sounded different.
He did. Yeah, he was kind of a slick, kind of a wise guy. But as the show went on and Darren was able to develop the voice more, it kind of just got higher and higher and higher.
Yeah.
It's stupider and stupider. So his voice kind of got more like, I guess you would say, insanely dumb. And so we just made him dumber and dumber. And that got funnier and funnier with him.
Yeah, and there was also one joke too that I always remember. It was good times, good times.
That was Cosmo, yeah.
Was that from the SNL skit as well?
I don't think so. No, the writer who came up with that was Scott Fellows, who created Big Time Rush, actually.
Oh, I see.
That was Scott Fellows' joke. And what a great joke. And I thought it was really funny.
Another question I had too was relating to Danny Phantom. Was there ever the idea tossed around that we might be getting a live action?
That idea has been tossed around quite a bit. Yes.
Oh, it has.
It's been tossed. Now, no one's caught it yet, but it's been tossed around.
I see.
That's for sure. But we would love to see Danny Phantom in live action form, any more of an animated form. What kind of Danny Phantom would you guys like to see out there? An anime version, or maybe just like a SpiderVerse version? SpiderVerse would be a cool version to do.
That'd be cool. I see. Yeah. And was there ever talks about doing? One thing that I really loved about Danny Phantom was the fact that it was different from other shows. So very much like Fairly Odd Parents, where the cartoons would be like, it would always be almost like the same day. The characters would wear, like there wasn't much growth. But with Danny Phantom, with season, you saw him kind of grow as a character.
Yeah, he did. We tried to do that. We tried to advance him in just a little bit in age and maturity. I would have done a graduation episode had we been going, high school, but all that. But thanks for noticing that. Thanks for all the
that's one of the things that I loved about it, because also you changed the D also.
Yeah, we added that in there. Yeah, because that was like a superhero logo.
And just quick question: for Danny Phantom, did did the idea ever get tossed around to continue it as well?
Have you tried to? Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, but it hasn't been continued yet. But we would sure love to do that.
For the Danny Phantom theme, I always thought it was Danny Phantom. He was just 14, but is that the actual lyric? Because I think I saw a video where you say it's not yo.
Well, no, it's not yo, and I would know this because I actually wrote the theme. So it's Young Danny Phantom.
Young Danny Phantom.
And so it's Y-O-U-N-G. Young Danny Phantom. Yeah. So that's the actual lyric.
Did you also have a play to also write the lyrics for Fairly Odd Parents as well?
No, I wrote the lyrics for Fairly Odd Parents as well.
I see.
Danny Phantom and Tuff Puppy and Bunsen is a Beast too.
And that was it also with the other songs like My Shiny Teeth and Me?
I wrote every song. I had a hand in every song on Fairly Odd.
Well, you're masterful at making songs. They stay in the head. Like I still remember all of the lyrics for Danny Phantom. But thank you so much, Butch, for agreeing for this interview.
Have a great con.
And where can people? What other upcoming projects should people know
I have
about?
This show called The Garden, brand new show coming out. You can find this at gardencartoon.com. It teaches kids the Bible. It's a really fun kind of a VeggieTales type of a show.
Yeah.
Songs in that one too, so check it out. GardenCartoon.com, and we have a Garden Cartoon app. You can check it out on there too.
Well, thank you so much, Butch.
You're welcome,
thank
guys.
You, I
have a good
appreciate
one.
it.
Bye-bye.
So learning that Butch was actually responsible for creating a bunch of the tunes, you know, the songs, the melodies that we actually heard in Fairly Odd Parents and Danny Phantom was wild to me. I did not know that. You know, those songs, as mentioned in the interview, kind of stick in your head for a long time. I was actually talking about it with my friend after, you know, post-interview, and she was saying, yeah, like My Shiny Teeth and Me, like those were songs that, you know, growing up, you know, I still, like, even to this day, I still remember the lyrics to a lot of the songs. And another cool thing that I didn't know was the whole reboot of Fairly Odd Parents, which is actually super interesting because for those of you that don't know, Cosmo is actually one of my favorite characters of all time. He's definitely in my top 10 list of funniest characters. So I'm definitely gonna have to check that out to see how it is. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to click this one right here where I actually discuss my time at Calgary Expo. But anyways, thank you so much for watching.